What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So trending news is back and we have more Funko Pops going up in value. So let's check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and a brand new week. I hope you're enjoying your Monday. So today we have more Funko Pops going up in value and we have some really cool selections this week. Now, this video was technically supposed to go out yesterday, but it had to be a little delayed because I needed to do a different video yesterday. So that's kind of what happened with that. I know you guys are usually used to seeing them on Sundays, but every now and then I might have to delay something. Anyways though, if you guys don't know what this video style is, basically we talk about a couple Funko Pops that are going up due to what's happening in their TV shows, movies, etc. So if you guys want to participate in these style videos, make sure to drop a comment down below of a Funko Pop you've noticed going up in value. Maybe it's in your collection, maybe you don't own it. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so before we jump into our selections, we do have our question of the day, and that is, do you have a Funko Pop in your collection that is sitting down? And I'm gonna go with Pito here. So jumping into our selections, first up we have Barbie here. So this is the Barbie Peaches and Cream version of Barbie, and this one is currently around the $25 range. Now, this one has basically doubled in price over the last like month and a half, I want to say. And if you do try to find this one on Mercari and eBay, there's a scarcity going on for this specific one, which is kind of interesting because it's only a common, so it shouldn't be really that hard to find. But I'm assuming the hype and demand for this one is due to the Barbie movie that is coming out this month. And I'm kind of curious, are you guys excited to see this movie or are you not going to see it? Like honestly, I'm more curious about this movie versus actually wanting to see it, just because thinking about Barbie being brought to the live action screen is definitely very interesting. And then Bailey, my fiance, she's just overjoyed. She definitely wants to see this movie. She's super excited, but I don't know. Personally me, I'm just more curious to see how good it is or how well it does at the box office overall. I more so want to see Oppenheimer. I think that's going to be really fantastic. Now, if you didn't know, there are a few different variations of Barbie Pops right now, but this one was the only one that I noticed kind of like steadily rising up. Plus, we're also supposed to be getting a bunch of different Barbie Pops from the upcoming movie, and we've even seen some first looks like these here. So make sure to stay tuned. Funko should be announcing them relatively soon. They usually announce things right before the movie or shortly after. So for anybody looking forward to those Barbie Pops, they're coming very soon. Now, next up, we do have one anime selection, and that is Demon Slayer here. So surprisingly enough, the Zenitsu Funimation exclusive is rising up in value, currently around the $50 to $60 range. Now, the reason I say this one is surprising is just because everybody pretty much did not like this pop when it first came out. Now, of course, when I say everyone, that's a little bit of an exaggeration because obviously a lot of people did like this pop at the same time. I myself also do own it. I think this is the best iteration of Zenitsu, given we only have, what, 2 or 3? Now, if you're wondering what the issue was with this pop, it was more so focused around the electricity around him when he's using thunder breathing here. So basically, a lot of people think it looks like water, which I do agree. I think it does look like water rather than electricity. And the biggest issue I had with this pop was the fact that it's not like Funko hasn't done electricity or lightning around characters like Killua or Edward Elric, for example. So it's like, how did the execution on this one end up so poor, you know? Still though, I think it's his best pop. I think the overall pop is fantastic with the rock base stand, the rocks floating up, and then the idea of electricity around him, eyes closed, hair flowing up. So again, the reason I say it's very shocking that this is kind of going up is the fact that a lot of people hated this pop. But then again, a lot of people say they hate a lot of things and end up buying it anyways. But let me know, do you guys own this Zenitsu? Do you like the design of it? Or did you pick it up just because you wanted to complete the set? For our next selection, we do have an Adventure Time pop, and that is Fen here from SDCC, currently sitting around the $510 range, which is kind of nuts because it shot up from the $300 range. And I did actually check up on this one this time around because Marco here was saying, man, he didn't make the cut because he submitted it a couple times. With this one, I wasn't really sure what was happening with it because it was displaying like $510 on value, but if you look over on eBay and like recent sold, there was more so around like the $300 to $400 range. But when I was looking at Pop Price Guide, if you look right under the pops that you're looking at, the people who work over at Pop Price Guide actually input where the sales came from, and a majority of the sales on this one were actually from Mercari, interesting enough. I normally see eBay on there, but not Mercari. So there were some really high, like $600 sales on Mercari, and that's what led to this one increasing significantly on Pop Price Guide from the like $300 range to the $500 range. Plus, something you have to consider is that this one is already hard enough to find. When I was looking over on eBay and Mercari, there are very few for sale. So if it sells for that $600 price, it was probably like super mint, or maybe somebody upbid it and shill bid it. I don't really know, but either way, Currently, he is around the $500 price, and again, there are very few on the market anyway. Now, as to what raised this pop in price, I'm going to say it's due to scarcity and possibly the new Funko NFT set that came out. Now, I don't know if this is also worth mentioning, but I figured I would. There's also like a new tabletop game coming out for Adventure Time with Cryptozoic. That's the only other thing that I could really find with them right now, but I don't know if that would really have a direct influence to the pops. Next up for pop video games, we do have the Plague Doctor here from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. So check this out. Currently around the $60 estimated value range, but this one actually hasn't been updated in a while on Pop Price Guide. If you look over on Mercari and eBay, you will notice with this one that there is a little bit of a scarcity of this pop, and some people are charging $100. You can probably still find some for a little bit cheaper than that. Then there's a lot of out-of-box one, but overall with this one, scarcity is driving up this price. Plus, usually Assassin's Creed is always popular because they're popping out a new game. Next up, another very interesting selection, we do have Al Bundy from Married with Children. So currently sitting at the $65 range, and this one is steadily going up. Now, the only thing I found with this one is the fact that Married with Children is getting an animated series, and it does look like some of the original cast is coming back to voice the characters, which is actually pretty cool. So if you guys don't own this set, it might be good to maybe pick up some of the other pieces because they could also go up slowly as well. Now, our last two selections are Marvel, and first up we have the comic book version of Kingpin here. So check this out, currently sitting at the $26 range on Pop Price Guide, which is not 100% accurate. If you look at sales listing on Mercari and eBay, you'll see it's been selling for around $35, $44, $30, $26 on Mercari, and over on eBay you see some $60 sales, $40 sales, so this one is definitely flying up a little bit. And even if you look at current listings, over on Mercari there's a little bit of a scarcity on this pop. eBay has a little bit more than them, but as you can see with the prices, some people are charging $80, some people are charging $60, $45, etc. Now, as to why this one is currently booming up, maybe across the Spiderverse hype. The only other thing that I saw was that the actor for Kingpin in Daredevil, he was at, I think it was Philadelphia Fan Expo, okay? And he was talking to a fan that was dressed as Spider-Man, and he said, "I'll get you one day." And a lot of people are speculating that that was kind of him teasing that we're going to have an encounter between Kingpin and Spider-Man in the future in the MCU or something like that. I don't really know if there's any truth to that. There's so many leaks and rumors and etc. People like to just say stuff. But that would be very interesting. As to if it's directly tied to the pop, I don't know, maybe not, but other than that, I think Kingpin's just usually pretty popular. Hey guys, editing SkittleRampage here, so not really sure why I forgot, but he's also going to be returning in Daredevil Born Again and being obviously the lead antagonist, so that's most likely why his pop's going up. I don't know why I forgot that. But also, maybe the Spider-Man thing, if we ever see him go against Spider-Man in the future in like a live-action movie, it will skyrocket these pops. Now, lastly, we do have the Prowler here, probably our biggest jumper on this list. Just out of nowhere, he shot up, just like the Spider-Man Noir did, the one with the hat on. But check this out. Prowler is still showcasing $22 value, and he was only recently updated from the $9 range, and now if you look over on eBay, he is $100 plus, guys. So check out some of these sold listings. On Mercari on the left there, you have $100, $45, $105, $110, $163. On the right there on eBay, you have a $70 sale and $99 sale, and then if we look at current listings, because this one is so hard to find right now, everything is pretty much $100 plus. And I'm actually kind of mad about this one because it basically tripled in price the last time I saw it almost, which is just, that one is Spider-Man Noir. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my hands on him right now, to be honest. Now, since it's been about a month since the movie came out, I'm pretty much going to just say this without a spoiler warning at this point, is that Prowler is a pretty prominent character in Across the Spider-Verse leading into Beyond the Spider-Verse, and that's why this one is shooting up. Plus, as I mentioned, this is the only version of Prowler that we do have, and leading into the next movie, everybody is so excited to see what happens with the character. That's why it's driving up this pop's price right now. As to if they're going to make another version of Prowler, I have no idea. We're still waiting on Wave 2 of Across the Spider-Verse. If you're asking my opinion on whether you should buy the Prowler pop right now, if you can't afford it where it's currently at, I would recommend waiting. Just because you know Funko, they're always going to produce more versions of the characters, especially the popular ones. And even if we don't get Prowler from Across the Spider-Verse, it is very, very likely that he is going to be a big main antagonist in the next movie. So I think we'll probably get a pop in the future of it, and maybe even a better mold. So guys, those are all of our selections for this week. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below, as well as comment down below, do you own anything that we discussed in this video today? I'm gonna end off the video here by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys rock for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. We also have a Facebook group with over 18,000 members that's buy, sell, and trade, and make sure to be following me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. Alright, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.